they have that opportunity. I think at the end of the day, the charges that she called some people war criminals turned out not to be true. The fact that she was accused of not imposing sentences that were serious for serious crimes turned out not to be true. And a couple senators still cling to this discredited theory that she is somehow sympathetic to child pornography. It turns out the major part of the problem is that Congress has not done its job in upgrading this important statute for over a decade. And judges all over the country, over 80% of them, face the same challenge she did on several cases. We're looking forward to tomorrow, 20 minutes each for the senators, and we're hoping that some will yield back time. We're going to make that a point early on. But she's doing a fine job, and I'm hopeful that we'll receive bipartisan support. But I know that the Democrats feel that the president made an extraordinary choice. So let me turn it over to my colleagues and have them, if they'd like to say a word.
I would just echo Dick's point that Judge Jackson was extraordinarily diligent, competent, calm, patient, thorough, and well-grounded in the law today. It's very important, I think, having spent a lot of time with judges who did not have inevitably the greatest temperaments, to have a Supreme Court nominee like this who really showed superb judicial temperament under fire.
Very good. 12 hours, and she just continued to answer questions in a way that I thought was thoughtful. But what I really like about her is that she has this just energy and a really good manner, and she is a really positive person. And I think that came through. I've been through now a lot of these hearings, and she seemed to me the most real and someone who you'd love to talk to when you didn't have 100 cameras in your face. Some of us had that experience. We got to meet with her in our offices, and she's proven herself many times over in terms of what she did. I thought that the obsession with certain topics was pretty obvious, that they wanted to drag her through the mud. That happens. That happens at these hearings. But through it all, she kept her head high. And I think she's going to do very well as we go on tomorrow. So thank you.
Just ditto. I think as I referenced yesterday, being the first comes with a tremendous opportunity and a tremendous responsibility. The opportunity and responsibility of adding the diversity that she will bring to the Supreme Court, not just as the first black woman, as a working mom, and we touched on that both lightly and with some humor, but also with seriousness of the important perspective that will be on the bench. Also in her having been a former public defender. We talked to areas of the law and why that is important, not just from a defendant's perspective, but upholding, the core principles of the Constitution and our democracy. Now, unlike yesterday, she had a chance to respond to some of the attacks that were coming at her, where yesterday she had to just sit there and listen. And I witnessed what we all witnessed, someone with tremendous, not just education, credentials, and experience, but with the temperament we should all strive for in any judge, but especially a justice of the Supreme Court of the United States.
Question? Yes.
Do you feel like there's any area in which Judge Jackson still needs to answer for on her leniency related to child pornography and sentencing?
She's covered that 10 different ways.
Yep.
The other side just...
For those who want to listen.
Yeah, for those who want to listen, she's given the answer. I mean, this is an extraordinary challenge for every judge because Congress won't touch this hot-button issue. It's gone on for over a decade without upgrading and updating the standards on the criminal statute. And judges are stuck. That's why 80% of them are trying to make do with a situation that is very awkward. And to pick this out and to say that this fine lady, this fine mother, this great judge is somehow soft when it comes to child pornography is an incredible statement. The people who are making it were just sticking with it, even as their approaches are being discredited.
Do you think it'll have any impact on winning Republican votes? Though?
I don't, it's up to the individual Republican senators. I understood one senator today, Republican senator, said he didn't think this was a valid criticism. Maybe others feel the same way.
What do you make of her statement that Scalia's method of originalism is one today, and that's how we do constitutional interpretation?
I didn't think she went. I didn't think she went quite that far. I don't think she went quite that far. Maybe I missed it.
When Mr. Sass was talking to her, and she said he asked her, "Who do you describe Breyer versus Scalia?" And she said, "Looks like Scalia's approach of originalism is the one that's prevailed, and that's how we."
Well,
do
perhaps I don't know if she's. I don't remember that exact quote, so I'm sorry I can't respond to it. Yes.
Chairman, can you tell us anything more about when
I knew that was going to be us. Can we see anything more at this moment? No, not yet. We're getting close.
We're one day closer.
It's a long story. I'm sorry, it's classified. No, you'll learn soon. Yes.
Obviously, a lot of stuff since we've heard your back and forth all that today. A technical question: can you help us understand how the Democrats received the information they distributed on the probationary?
Well, we started off reading the Washington Post because it turned out it was all in there in the last few days. And
Are you saying you took the information from the Post?
no, if you'll let me complete it, it was in the Washington Post. The White House gathered the information when Hawley sent up his charges. They provided us with a copy. When we got it today, within an hour, we gave it to the other side.
Did the White House get it from the court system?
I don't know where they got it from. I assume they did. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, do you think if Senators Cruz and Hawley employed black women, they would have approached the hearing differently?
Wow, it's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't know if they do, so I can't comment.
Senator, what was the most memorable answer that Judge Jackson gave today?
Oh, I got that.
You got it? Take it away.
When she wished me happy birthday.
The antitrust answers. No. I thought
You
that
are
I
such a
thought.
nerd.
She's always
That's a
promoting
joke.
her book.
I'm not. I actually, I thought when she talked about how she is able to do things that generations before, even her mom's generation, that women that were just as qualified could have done but didn't have that opportunity. And you could see her tear up a little bit as she talked about that. And I think what Alex was getting at is just this incredible opportunity she has, but also the burden. She's carrying this torch for so many that came before her that couldn't have that same job.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Okay.